I forgot to show you guys a ticket yesterday. I forgot to show you guys a ticket. Here it is. Wow, 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 wow. Hi everyone. So yesterday I shared that I entered the Miss Universe Jamaica while approaching 40. And the response genuinely surprised me. But what I didn't share was how many times I almost talked myself out of even going. You know, even though so many women were inspired by what I did and they come to me and say, "Wow, Shri, I could not have done what you have did." I thought to myself, if they only knew how much time I questioned myself. That was the part I didn't share yesterday. The part where I was second guessing myself. I wondered if I was too old, whether I looked the part, whether I was prepared enough, whether I belonged on the stage behind the queen, beside the queens, beside women who have been preparing for pageantry, way longer than I have been. The truth is, I made a lot of mistakes. My swimsuit selection was not right for me. I'm gonna wear my mother's swimsuit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hide and talk. I shouldn't have worn a one piece. My body not up, but my body not bad. My body not bad. My body don't bad. I'm a skin clean. My body don't bad. But I wasn't confident enough to wear a two-piece swimsuit, right? And on top of that, I wore a sash that covered the bottom of the swimsuit. I wore the wrong shoes. I told you guys about the shoes yesterday. But my biggest mistake had nothing to do with the clothes. My biggest mistake was not being confident enough to wear my glasses. I didn't wear my glasses, so I could imagine the judges looking at me fumbling around and walking not as confident as I would have had I just worn my glasses. Had I just worn my glasses, I would have probably looked more confident. I, you know, I thought I needed to remove them to look more like what I imagine a pageant contestant would look like. But without them, I couldn't properly see the judge face. I couldn't read their expressions. I couldn't connect. I couldn't naturally I couldn't be natural how I naturally would be. And stick up in one of the women who got a golden ticket, she wear her glasses right through. She never take it off. Even the parade, she never take it off. The question and answer portion of it, she never take it off. And I admire that woman. She's one of the older women. I think she's the oldest golden ticket holder, and she wear her glasses. So what that teach me? You know, that taught me one of the biggest lessons from this experience. You understand? The biggest lesson. Sometimes we become so focused on fitting into a space that we leave behind the very thing that would help us to perform our best. But despite the nerves, the imperfection, the lack of preparation, the mistakes, I still walked onto that stage. I didn't receive the golden ticket this year, but I gained something that I needed even more. Proof that I can do difficult things before I feel completely ready, before I feel completely confident and completely sure of myself. I could still do it unsure. I can still push through and try. And I didn't enter Miss Universe Jamaica just for a crown. I entered with a cause. I wanted to use my voice to advance data privacy and online safety, especially for women and children navigating the world. The world that's being rapidly transformed by artificial intelligence. I also want more women and girls to recognize that technology is a space for them. It's a space where we belong. We belong in technology, not only as users, but as builders, innovators, policymakers, leaders, chiefs, like Chief CEO, uh, Chief Executive Officer. I want that for us women and girls. I want us to know that, imagine a place where women don't have a voice in that room, our concerns and our lived experiences are not going to be taken into account when it comes time to govern and produce and design these technologies. So we have to show up and sit in those rooms and to be a part of those rooms, you know? And so, no, the outcome wasn't exactly what I hoped for. And I mean, what I expected, not what I hoped for. But now I know what I need to improve. I need like the right swimsuit. I need the right shoes. I need more preparation. I need a sponsor. I need walking lessons. I need to learn how to talk good, girl. So next time I'm gonna need my glasses. I'm not gonna left my glasses next time, you know. And it just showed me what to prepare for moving forward. And I think that's how technology is too. We assess our readiness, we implement, we design, then we implement, and then we iterate to make it better, right? So it goes across the board with everything in life. As I'm just reflecting again on this experience, because the woman I need to become isn't someone completely different. She is the most confident, the most prepared, the most authentic version of me. You know, and sometimes winning means receiving the opportunity, and sometimes winning means maybe learning enough to return stronger again. But let me ask you, have you ever made yourself smaller or changed something about yourself because you thought that was what the room expected? Yeah. And you know what? Afterwards, I realized nobody expected me to not wear my glasses and fumble around up there like a little blind bat. Next time, I'm showing up fully as me with my spectacles. I'm already talking about a nerd subject. They would have, if any of the contestants were gonna wear glasses, it probably would have been me. I'm already talking about data privacy and technology. I might as well keep the brand, don't it? All right, guys, if you made it this far, you're a real one. Thank you so much. Love you.